Hey folks, Rich here with FMS Models. Today I have a really nice F3A aerobatic plane to show you. Just when I thought it couldn't get any better, it has. They say that good things sometimes come in small packages, and this is it. This is right along the lines of the F3A Olympus, the larger version of this. This is now a new smaller version of it. It's about a 1 meter wingspan. This is the F3A Explorer. It is basically just a little brother version of the F3A Olympus, but it's just really inexpensive. You're looking at around the mid $100 range for this thing. So if you're really looking at getting into F3A aerobatics, precision aerobatics, you want to start off with something small that's very inexpensive. This is the way to go. Everything's really included with it except your receiver and battery, and you just go fly. It's all EPO foam, very rugged. It assembles with 12 screws. Your wings plug in, your canalizer, your tail surfaces, all disassemble for transport, so it gets even smaller than it is. 4 screws get the wing on, 2 screws get the tail halves on, 2 screws get your canalizer on, 4 screws put your landing gear on, you put your prop and spinner on, you get your linkages set up, and you're done with this thing. A little bit of glue to get your wingtip vortex generators glued onto position. But other than that, very easy build and a great flying little airplane for sure. Now I'm going to show you inside what this thing looks like. There's just a little tab that you pull with rare earth magnets and a tongue and groove in the front to get in here. Just a simple 4-channel airplane, guys, and down in there is a 40 amp ESC to power the 1150 kV brushless outrunner that's in there. It has a 3 amp onboard BEC to drive the 4 pre-installed servos that are in the airplane. Now the hatch just goes on nicely like that. There is a pilot in there with a little bit of an instrument panel in there. But it's just really overall real nice package. As I flip this thing over, I'm going to show you a couple features under here. You can see here where your wing screws go on, your tail screws go here on the back, but your landing gear goes on with just 4 screws. It's all pre-assembled except for the 4 screws right here. But one of the neatest features of this airplane, one of the nicest improvements that FMS has made, and I'm going to have Ron zoom right in on here, is the newly designed ball links that we're starting to put on all these airplanes. You can see that you just get much more positive control out of these. They're relatively easy to adjust, and just overall just add to the precision flying of the model over your sort of traditional clevises. Now I'm going to go ahead and stand this whole thing up. You can see it's a reasonably good sized airplane. It's not huge, it's not tiny, but it'll fit anywhere and go anywhere. Real nice paint job on the whole thing. All the stickers and paint is already just the way you see it. Comes from the factory this way, and it's just a fun, precision, small, inexpensive aerobatic plane that just flies fantastic. Does a really good knife edge. Does a nice knife edge circle, precision loops, and again, all at just a great price. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing out to the field, and we'll give you a flight demo of the F3A Explorer from FMS. All right, guys, we'll taxi the Explorer on out here. It's real nice on grass or pavement. I tend to prefer grass with it a little bit. It's real stable on any surface, though, really. All right, here we go. Nice long wheelbase. It's very smooth taking off. Very stable airplane, really just fun to fly. A lot like the Olympus, but this is really just sort of like its smaller brother. You can just see how smooth it is, how precise it is. The roll is very precise. It locks in wherever you leave it. Just very smooth, very smooth. And for the money, like I said, this thing's in the mid $100 range, so it's just a very smooth aerobatic plane. I'll take it straight up here. Do some rolls with it, and you can see how it just really locks in and tracks well. I'll do it here on the other side. I'm at about 2/3 throttle here doing this. Straight up, vertical rolls. See how that roll locks in? I'll pitch it around. Now this airplane's a little smaller, so the wind does beat it up a little bit more. It's not as solid as the Olympus, but it's pretty good for the money. I'll loop it around here. You can just see how stable of an airplane it is. Point rolls. Just very smooth. I'll bring it by for a high-speed pass just to give you an idea how fast it is. There's full throttle. It's pretty darn quick. Inverted's nice and smooth, nice and stable. Go straight up with it. Just a really solid airplane. I really like flying this thing. I tell you, it is a fun airplane. It's very inexpensive. You know, again, anybody looking to get into some pattern flying for even less money, this Olympus or this Explorer is awesome. Again, it's just sort of a smaller brother to the Olympus. Do a stall turn here with it, kick it around. All right, bring it back for some knife edge flying. Let me go ahead and go back around. Line it up and see if we can give you guys a decent knife edge with it. It does a knife edge decently. See if I can give you some knife edge circles with it out front. And you can see how it holds that knife. In a circle, it'll do it well. Just awesome, guys. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive how it holds that knife circle. You only need a little bit of rudder to do it too. All right, we'll bring it back. Just an impressive model. All right, we'll bring it up. I'll roll it around. Bring it by level. Point roll in the middle. Very stable model. I just can't get over how nice this is. I'll give you a touch and go, guys, with it. Just a very precise airplane. We'll bring it right down the runway here. Power's kind of to idle here. Adding a little bit in. Going straight up with it. Stall turn. Just a fun plane, guys. Really like this thing, I tell you. It's a lot of bang for the buck. A lot of bang for the buck. Very precise. Holds that inverted real nice. I'll give you another inverted pass with it here. All right. Just a fun airplane, guys. We'll go ahead and we'll bring it on in here. Line it up on the runway and bring it on in here. All right, taxi it on back. Just a nice airplane, guys. I tell you, again, for the mid-$100 range, want to get into pattern flying, you know, guys, this is the F3A Explorer from FMS. You just can't beat this thing. All right, guys, that pretty much concludes this video on the F3A Explorer from FMS Models. As you can see from that flight demo, real nice flying airplane, does a good knife edge. Nice precision maneuvers, all in that mid $100 range. A couple extra things I do want to note, though. I'm going to have Ron zoom in on the tail. There was one extra screw. It is mentioned in the instructions, but I figured I'd point it out to you. There's an extra screw right there that does join the two halves of the elevator together. It's just something that you don't want to overlook. The other thing to note really about the whole airplane really is that it runs on 3 cells. That's one of the nicest things about it. Anybody that runs 3-cell batteries knows that you know, they're very easy to charge. They're relatively inexpensive. They charge quickly. So really, with just 2 batteries, 1 or 2 batteries, you could fly all day on this 3-cell airplane. So you know, to get into an F3A aerobatic plane, it's a simple 4-channel airplane with a canalizer, 3-cell, lots of power, flies great, really inexpensive. It's just a really nice overall package and a great way to get into F3A at just a nominal cost. Anyway, guys, thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for checking out the FMS models, and as always, we'll see you next time.